Hello guys, FIFA Rush JD here, bringing you episode 9 now, Performance is Key, and we go out and replace Michelini, the striker, with Andre Schürrle. Pounce on that opportunity to change him, just because it's so rare that probably the striker will actually end up in the bottom 3 ever again. It's took 9 episodes, I do believe, to actually get one of the strikers in the bottom 3, and it could take another 9 or even more to get another striker ever in there again. So coming up into the first game, we actually come up against pretty good silver and a couple of golds in there, such as Edin Dzeko and Mario Götze. But I feel so good this morning, actually being able to wake up and not having to think about school or any more exams again, obviously until 6th form, but then also when I looked outside it was absolutely chucking it down, which is really weird, is how yesterday it was bright and sunny and everything, and actually went out with 15 friends, had a barbecue. Could call it a little celebration to say that we finished our last exam. Anyway, going into this match, and you can see we've already conceded one, and Dzeko actually puts away a penalty. I can't remember what I did to foul him there, but I didn't really see it. I don't know if you guys did on the replay. Glenn Johnson here with a great attack, which he starts after the keeper throws the ball to him, and we have a great chance to score as Dawson goes through and actually plays in Schürrle back to McGeady, back to Schürrle, who takes on one man before having a nice little shot of the keeper, probably his first chance of the while being at the club, so he could have put away his first chance there, but unfortunately not. In the second half though, 80th minute, he does manage to score his debut goal for the club. Andre Schürrle in the 81st minute with a great shot into the bottom corner. Maybe very promising for him to actually score then. But Cherry gets man of the match with 9.2, or man of the match for us anyway, not for out of the other team as well. So we go out and buy a bronze pack just to stock up on those contracts again. Very important to keep on top of your contracts, because it's where many people slip up, as I mentioned before. When they start Ultimate Team, they buy too many players, etc., and that's why they can't keep up with all the contracts and end up having to sell the players which they've bought in the first place, which can get a bit annoying if you've only just managed to go out and buy a player and you have to go sell him straight away. I would understand that completely. So we're going to go straight into another game here, I do believe, after we just change the squad around a bit. Coming up against a guy with only 39 chemistry, which isn't that special at all. Got all players out of position, really. The main player to look for is probably Yellen up front, but look at this for a goal from Schürrle. 18 minutes into his second game, and he goes and puts away a bicycle kick to unlock us the trophy riding bikes. Absolute quality finish. We're going to watch that on the replay once more time. McGeady with the ball in, and he bicycle kicks it with his weaker foot into the top left hand corner. Possibly the best goal of the series so far, and probably will be the best goal of the entire series. But McGeady gets away here. Nice little hocus pocus before, I believe, he just skips around this player and finishing it on his weaker foot, showing why you wanted to stay in the squad and not leave right at that moment in the other episode. And then he gets a little attack, and Yellen with a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. It wasn't that powerful a strike, and don't know how the keeper didn't really manage to save that, other than the fact that he is only a bronze. But then look at this ball from Jan Moutinho into Schürrle, knocks it on past the keeper, and somehow I receive a penalty kick from this. Don't ask me how. The keeper just grabbed the ball, really. Didn't do anything wrong there in my eyes. But Schürrle gets to take the penalty since he did earn it, and he's going to shoot straight up and down the middle every single time, as people very rarely save them unless they really watch YouTube videos, or just you're in a penalty shootout and you've gone that way every single time before then and they eventually guess what to do. Bit of a square ball here, don't know if you caught that, since we were right on the edge of the box and he didn't bring his keeper out. It's not like we had an open goal opportunity. But anyway, we're going to take that to get Andre Schürrle his hat-trick in his second game for us. And for some reason, he disconnects here. It looked like he weren't playing either, so maybe he did go and rip the Ethernet cable out. But I don't see why you would do that in the 90th minute, because I believe you get the loss anyway. And here is the biggest mistake of this episode. We go list up all these players and redeem that 200 coins. Fortunate enough that we did redeem that 200, because I accidentally discard the entire pack rather than clicking store all in club, so we have to go out and buy another one. So at least we got 200 coins back for buying that pack, and hopefully someone will sell in the club to make up for it, so we haven't lost much. We have to go out and buy another, store them all in the club, and we get our contracts back to put on our players. before going and quickly changing the squad around. McGeady and Arshavin, obviously the main players to need fitness, running up and down those wings. But I did actually find out Arshavin has a low attacking and low defensive work rate, which is really poor, playing him at left mid. So maybe that's something to think about. Maybe he's a better left winger than he is left mid. Now, going into the final game, though, we have a full silver squad. Some quite good players. That left mid Rivas is pretty good. I believe he's got 90 pace, 4-star skill. But McGeady whips out the skills and finishes that into the top corner. 5 minutes in, quality goal from McGeady. And he definitely has something to show for. He scored that goal in the last game and then also one in this game. And he's holding the attack again down this left-hand side. A little flip-flap inside and cuts in for a 3rd goal in the last 2 games. Caught a great finish there from him. Couldn't really show more to why he wants to be at the club right now, but for some reason we go and take a corner here and this guy disconnects also, like the guy in the last game. I mean, we had a few disconnects in the last episode as well, and now this episode, but at least they get a match rating this time. So remember to leave your comments if you want the player to go. I may have already done the episode, bear in mind. So the only choice is actually out of fullbacks. We have a few players who've been here before, such as Schwertfeger and Salviato, but then we also have Glenn Johnson. Anyway guys, until tomorrow, I'll see you all next time.
Just a second while I tell the DJ turn up the bass.